Today we crown a world champion in Kirkland, Washington. It is the championship game of the Junior League Softball World Series. The West versus the Southeast survive the week and will play for the coveted title. 10 teams came to Kirkland last weekend, and after pool play, we advanced to bracket play, and we have 2 teams remaining. California against North Carolina. So hey everybody, Sam Gore along with Kenzie Fowler. And Kenzie, what a week we've had, first of all. But secondly, we have the 2 undefeated teams in the championship.
It's been an incredible week of softball here in Kirkland. It's been a long week, though. These teams have been tested since Sunday. It is without a doubt who are the best and most dominant teams. We're going to see them in the championship. Pitching, fielding, offense, the energy that these teams have brought, they have had it rolling all week.
2 outstanding players we want to talk about in the open. 2 two-way players, by the way. And let's start with California.
We've got to talk about the two-way stars that we have seen here in Kirkland. And for California, these teams have been led by players like Kylie Kenyon. You see the stats. The 4 walks, a lot of those walks, Sam, you and I have seen them. They have been intentional walks because this is the batter for California. They want to be led by, but she's also been doing such a great job in the circle. A consistent presence. She's been using that changeup all week, so she's going to be in the mix, whether it's in the circle or at the plate. And on the other side, Addison Louder. This is the wins leader here in Kirkland in this Junior League World Series. You see the numbers. She's also in the mix at the plate, but it's what she has been doing, her presence in the circle. A strikeout pitcher. She has been working her rise ball. The leader, the emotion that she has brought for North Carolina is the reason that this team is in the World Championship.
Louder's nickname is Dozer, and she has been bulldozing the batters. 36 strikeouts for her in 29 2/3 innings.
Yeah, just ERA under 1. Those strikeouts total for second most here in the World Series, and this is the pitcher that has the most wins here in the World Series, looking for her 7th. So she has been going at it. Sam, you and I have watched her since Sunday. Every single time that North Carolina has been out on the field, Addie Louder, she's taken the ball. She has been dominant.
And she could be tested because this California team has a very powerful batting order. You'll see Kate Brard, the leadoff batter. She's already hit a home run this week. Kylie Kenyon, who is in the 4th spot, she's hit 2 home runs this week.
And don't overlook Bree Songer, who is leading her team in batting average, has 9 hits on the week. It's a very tough top of the lineup for California.
So again, these 2 teams made it through the week unscathed. Neither suffered a loss during pool play. And yesterday, able to get through their semifinals to meet for the championship. This Northern California team was here last year, a repeat performance for them, but they were nowhere near as good last year. This has been quite a resurgence for them. And the North Carolina team, most of them are playing in the Little League Softball Regional last year, didn't advance out of the Regional. And our first pitch of the championship is a strike by Louder.
One thing, if you're facing Addie Louder, California, you're going to have to protect up in the zone. You're going to have to zone up. She is so good upstairs with that rise ball. We'll use it on both sides of the plate.
Strike 2 to Brard. Brard, an avid outdoors person. Loves to be out fishing, snowboarding, spending time at the lake. Wants to be a veterinarian one day. Goes after the 3rd pitch, pops it up, and Murillo settles under it and makes the easy catch.
You're going to see a lot of pop-up outs when Addie Louder is at her best because she is spinning the ball up in the zone. That's as good as a strikeout right there to start this game off.
Yeah, yesterday when North Carolina was in their semifinal game, so many foul balls against Louder. Riley Haynes, next batter. Coach Justin Haynes' daughter. Coach said a reason that he's coaching this team, one word, and it's Riley, up to bat. Outside, 1-1. Riley, a volleyball player outside of softball. Pitch misses the outside corner. Big Carlin Pickens fan. It's a Northern California team. It's in Palo Cedro, California, which is near Redding, California, in the northern part of the state. Not that far from the Oregon border, so a lot of these players love to spend time on the many lakes they have up in that beautiful part of California.
Make sure that they are safe as the foul ball is coming their way.
Bunch of family, friends, fan support here, making the trip up. Louder records her first strikeout, 2 outs.
And this is her bread and butter. You're going to see this ball just dance a little bit upstairs. And I love the location and tight on the hands. A little emotion to start this game off for Addie.
Well, she's going to face one of the top batters of the week. Bree Songer, you mentioned it, Kenzie. She is 9 of 14 this week from the plate. Goes after the first pitch, strike 1.
That's good for North Carolina that the bases are empty. Allows Louder in the circle just take a little breath and face Songer with no threat on the base paths.
Louder is throwing heat right now here in this first inning. 7-inning game. Winner is the Junior League Softball World Champion. That is hit towards second base and gets through. So Songer continues to be lethal from the plate. And that's her 10th hit of the week.
Which leads all hitters here in Kirkland. She has been just a hits machine. And this is an 0-2 count, a pitch that's a little bit up and away. It's not a bad spot for Louder, but just this is the hitter that we have seen all week, Bree Songer delivering.
Home run power coming up now for California. Kylie Kenyon has gone deep twice this week. It's 200 down the left and right field line. Runner going. Got her! What a throw behind the plate by Kylie Turner. Gets Songer for the 3rd out.
Well, this is such a huge out with Kylie Kenyon and the power that she has at the plate. 2 outs, and California trying to get a runner into scoring position. But Kylie Turner says, no, I got this throw, and Yunker at shortstop, what a tag. It's been a 1-2 punch this week for California in the circle between Kylie Kenyon and Haley Mann. And so Haley Mann getting the start. She has 4 wins already on the week, has pitched 19 innings, and she's been so solid for California. So it's one of those things where I'm sure at some point in this game we may see Kylie Kenyon just because it has been back and forth between these 2 arms in the circle. But taking a look at the numbers, they've been solid.
18 strikeouts in those 19 innings. Kenyon, the other pitcher, playing 3rd base defensively for California. So North Carolina will come to the plate now. There's Kenyon over at 3rd. North Carolina will send 12 up to the plate yesterday. They did a coin flip yesterday to determine who the home team was. And North Carolina won that coin flip and celebrated big time. They wanted to be the home team in this championship. Rylan Rydog Langley, an outstanding World Series this week. 8 for 14. He's made a lot of fantastic defensive plays as well.
Hitters count here for one of the best that's been swinging it here in Kirkland. Big hack on a pitch way out of the strike zone.
Langley's had 3 doubles this week, a triple, a home run. And here's a look at their batting order. Pitcher Addison Louder will come up third. Guzman will be next. And that's a clean base hit into right field. So Langley does her job and the leadoff batter is on.
Rylan Langley is just a hitter that is always looking to swing big. Hitters count 2-1. Not the biggest of swings that we've seen from her because we've seen her go yard and hit balls off the fence, but this is how you want to start that championship game, getting somebody on base.
Guzman, the batter, plays third base defensively for North Carolina. She has been an RBI machine this week. Guzman has driven in 10 runs, scored 7 herself. Nice strike on the inside corner. 0-2.
No one in this World Series has driven in more runs than Tiziana Guzman. It's been get him on, and Guzman will get him in.
Guzman swings on that pitch, popped over to first base, and Rowland settles under it, makes the catch. So we've had a couple of outs in foul territory here so far, and they don't have a lot of room to work with over there. Good job by the first baseman, Olivia Rowland. There's that space in between the foul line and the fence. Addison Louder up to bat. Pitcher versus pitcher. Strike on the outside corner. Louder last year was pitching in Little League. Made the jump up to Junior League this year and has been dominant. Her dad, one of the coaches on this team, threw a perfect game from the circle earlier this year. A nice pitch. Louder sends it out into left field. And nice play by Haynes. She was playing deep because she knows the power of Louder. 2 outs.
That was a loud out. You can see where Haynes is just a couple of steps in out there in left field.
Lindsay Murillo up to bat now for North Carolina. Runner is on first base. That's Langley. Murillo wants to be a private investigator one day. Big pickleball player as well. Their special talent is talking while burping. Want to see that in action. Good eye from Murillo.
You're going to save that one on me for the championship? We've heard.
You'd be surprised how many talking burpers we have in the field this week.
Haven't heard that one yet.
Might be onto something. Good take. 3-1. Man has not walked anyone yet. Count goes full.
Murillo just underneath that pitch for Mann. Langley's going to be in motion at first base. 2 outs, full count.
And there's the first walk given up. And runners on first and second now with 2 outs. North Carolina did such a good job yesterday in their semifinal against Central, scoring when they had runners on. Sawyer Buff up to bat now. I've been just so impressed with Buff this week. She is tough. Went after Coach Turner. Good jump, Coach. Kyle Turner.
Good dodgeball player.
Got out of the way of that one. He's brought his team all the way to the World Series, and most of his players are in their first year of junior league. These players here are 13 to 15 years old. Buff pops that up to shortstop. Broad makes the catch. So North Carolina leaves 2 on. Still no score through the first inning in this World Championship.
Let's give it up for Bohemian Little League.
It was a scoreless first inning. We're heading into the second. Some of the other teams here watching. The Philippines up there on the right. That's Czechia in the bottom left. Some of the players from the Washington team. And that's one of the, for me, Kenzie, one of the cool things about this event is that unlike a lot of other tournaments you play, and when you lose, you stay. There's the Canadian team. And in fact, Central is in front of them. All of them will go to a Seattle Mariners game tonight as a collective group. It's just one of the perks of making this World Series. Only 2 teams get to play for the title, but all the other teams are here watching, and we'll have some fun together tonight.
I was talking to the North Carolina team, and they wanted to make sure that we shouted out Puerto Rico because their words, they said they are our new besties. They were on the same flight when everyone was flying to Washington, and it's been fun to watch all of the teams get to know one another.
Kenyon swings on the first pitch, hits it out to center field, and Braylon Kirby makes the catch. Remember, Kenyon's gone deep twice. Kirby's done such a good job out in center field this week.
First base number 14, Olivia Rowland.
Allowed her 1 strikeout, given up 1 hit. Rolling the batter. Rolling California, but all about Texas. Favorite song, Choosing Texas. Her favorite softball teams, the Texas Longhorns. Her favorite player, Reese Atwood, hits another one at Kirby. It gets over Kirby's head. And Rowland will head into second base. Look at the power from Olivia Rowland.
Well, that's back-to-back swings from California that have been right on the money, but this one over the head of Kirby out in center field, who's already playing pretty deep, so 1 hops the fence, an easy stand-up double for Rowland. Some good swings early here from California.
Val Shaw stepping up, runner in scoring position with 1 out for California, showed bunt. Shaw wears the number 1 in honor of her dad. That was his number when he played sports. And our home plate umpire, Jose Chaparro Santiago, asking about a swing, said no swing, no strike. Down at second base, Rowland trying to attempt a throw out of Turner. California sends 12 to the plate. Val is the number 6 hitter. You know, one thing, Kenzie, we haven't seen a lot of small ball this week.
Yeah, very limited. Val Shaw, she's one of those short gamers for California. She was clutch yesterday in their game against the Philippines. A nice base hit, RBI down the line.
Shaw lays that down, and it's a foul ball. She will have to come back. Ball bounced up and hit the bat again. So look at Justin Haynes, the manager of this California team. What a job they've done out there in the Foothill area Little League in Palo Cedro, California. They took a team here last year that struggled, and they've come back to maybe be world champions. Louder fields it, makes a throw to first, runner goes to third.
Well, she was looking for a sacrifice early in that at-bat, but that'll do the trick. Just putting the ball in play, allowing Rowland to get over to third base, 60 feet away from the game's first run.
Catcher number 4, Josie Kogel.
Josie Joe Kogel coming up to bat now. Kogel trying to drive Rowland in, who's at third place. Person that she would most like to meet would be clutch in this situation right now, Michael Jordan. See if she can channel some Michael Jordan here and get this hit. Louder, way ahead.
Yeah, she's already gone yard once in this World Series.
Now this California team, they can hit the long ball. Inside.
4 on the week, so pick your poison. And if you can get a ball out of the ballpark here with 200 down the line, like that is a big girl home run. That's a big swing.
Louder trying to get out of this. That's hit on the ground to third. Guzman picks it up, makes the throw. So North Carolina avoids getting the run scored on them. They hold tough. And we're heading to the bottom of the second, scoreless. Bottom of the second, scoreless here in beautiful Kirkland, Washington, near Lake Washington. Well, Little League is the most trusted youth sport organization in the world, keeping baseball and softball accessible for all kids. But its real power, well, it comes from you. Help us rally for Little League by texting the word rally to 345-345 today. Standard messaging rates apply. Everybody cheering for the West over there on that side of the field here in this Junior League Softball World Series Championship game. Flags are flying. This is probably the best weather day of the week. It's the Southeast fans on the opposite side. California fans are on the third base side. The North Carolina fans are on the first base side.
It's just such good energy at the ballpark. You can see behind Haley Mann, like the berm is full of fans. The other teams, we were just talking about how everyone is here watching this championship.
Got players on the outfield fence, sitting out in the outfield, sitting in the stands. Great atmosphere here today. And a strike to Knutson. Some of the Puerto Rico players. I think we've already learned they're cheering for North Carolina.
Yep, those two have really formed a connection this entire week.
Flew over on the flight from Charlotte.
In fact, they're so tight bonded that there was a player for Puerto Rico. It was her birthday in North Carolina after the game. And after they played each other, the whole team came over to the Puerto Rican dugout and sang her happy birthday. So sweet.
Yeah, so many, they do so many events after play. And actually, even before the event started, a couple of days of fun activities where all the teams are together. Lindley told me what you call a bear with no teeth.
Ooh,
You
okay.
know?
No, I do not.
A
No.
gummy bear.
Oh, dang it.
And she sat out in the left field. Job, Lindley. Got to tell your joke and you got a hit.
A little whip at first base. Two-strike approach here for Knutson. You see, doesn't even finish her swing, just gets to contact. That ball isn't tight in on her hands, but she was quick, got her barrel there.
And that's a look at their duck, Creek, that is with them. They bring Creek out onto the field before the game. Creek stays there attached to the dugout during the game.
Well, they are very attached to Creek. Like that is their guy.
Wait, I thought it was a girl.
No, I think they told me
Is it
it's
a
a
guy?
boy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a boy.
Nice catch.
There you go. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
She's like, do I have to give it to someone, or does the line stop with me?
I would run to the car right now. Steffman, the batter, off her hands. Good heads up defensive play by Rowland, ready for that. Second put out for Rowland off of a fly ball.
For Southeast, this is the shortstop, number 7.
I've seen a couple of jam shots. Haley Mann in the circle for California is doing a really nice job working arm side, tied into the right-handed hitters.
Junker, the batter, up high. North Carolina with a runner on. Knutson is the runner at first. Junker, one of those players that moved up from Little League last year and is here in the World Series at the Junior League level. Outside runner going. Knutson has no trouble getting down to second. So North Carolina with another runner in scoring position, this time with one out. And if you ever want deviled eggs, this is your person here, Junker. That's one of her special talents. You guys have deviled eggs in Arizona? Or is that a Southern thing?
No, yeah,
Okay.
good. Yeah, good little brunch spread. Is her specialty is to eat them or to
To
make
make them.
Okay.
She makes outstanding deviled eggs. Good pitch. Man, working that inside corner.
This is what I'm talking about. Arm side, righty on righty, and just going in tight, painting the corners.
3-1 though. And that will put Junker on. So North Carolina now again with 2 on. They left 2 on after their first at bat.
Well, that's the second walk of the game here for Haley Mann.
Braylon Kirby, center fielder, up to bat now. Kirby goes on the first pitch, pops it up. Shortstop Broad will make the catch. And so 2 outs, still 2 on.
A little surprised to see Kirby swing first pitch with this situation. 2 runners on. We've had a pass ball in this inning. We've had a walk. As a hitter, I'm going to continue to keep the pressure on the pitcher and maybe take until I see a strike.
Abby Black up to her to try to get one of these runs in now with 2 outs. Black, a future architect. In fact, already knows what school she wants to go to. Wants to go to Cornell University and play softball and study architecture. Strike 2.
That was a good job by Kogel behind the plate. She was set up way away and the ball drifted over the heart of the plate, but she stuck with it, framed it up.
Ooh, 1 and 2.
I mean, that's as good as you can paint it as a pitcher in that count, 0-2. Not getting the call, but see how far you can stretch it.
2 on, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And a called third strike. So for the second straight at bat, North Carolina leaves 2 on, still no score.
Yeah, North Carolina has been threatening in back-to-back innings, but how about the first strikeout for Haley Mann coming in clutch, getting the strikeout to get out of the jam?
Let's look at the Southwest team representing Texas, the Central team from Michigan with the broccoli guy out there. And here's a look at California's road to the championship, Kenzie. Again, both of our teams today didn't lose a game.
Yeah, and really, it was just a dominant performance. You see a shutout in there. There was a couple of run rules. I loved the game yesterday, though, between the Philippines and their ace, Faith Tamba, going up against this dominant offense for California. It was a tie ball game, and California had to kind of open it up a little bit late in the game, but it was tense.
Yeah, if you're a softball fan, and obviously you are if you're watching this, Faith Tamba is a name that maybe you just want to remember.
Yeah.
Who knows? But she led this event with strikeouts, her second straight year being here, and just absolutely dominated the event. Faith's up there somewhere. Oh, there she is. She's in the very front.
Yeah, she's got the headband with the 2 braids.
Teams played some friendly games earlier today. Louder back in the circle against Haley Mann, the other pitcher. Mann And asked what she collects. She said, I collect home run balls. Lowder not giving her anything to hit so far. 1-1. Man is a Tennessee softball fan. Man, one of the tallest players on this roster. She's just under 5'10", 14 years old. Puts that on the ground to second base. Steffman can't keep it in her glove, and a hit for Haley Mann. That was too hot.
This ball was hit well. Well, Haley Mann, she was one of those 3 players that was here a season ago for California. Same league. Her dad is the coach, and they are back. And it has been quite the flip of the script from California. But I love the fact that a player like Haley Mann, she's getting the start, getting a hit to lead this inning off. She is back, and, you know, it's different in time 2.
First leadoff batter to get a hit off Lowder. Top of the 3rd inning in this 7-inning game. Wesley Berry up to bat now. Future attorney. It's her career choice right now. Berry's been 5 of 12 from the plate this week. California still hasn't gotten through their batting order yet. Lowder, big reason why. Lowder looking for the pitch.
It's a little off speed. Addie Lowder, she doesn't throw a ton of change-ups or off-speed pitches. It'll just be a couple every game. Everything else is going to be upspin, whether it's a rise ball or a curve ball away.
This is Lowder's first year in junior league. She's 14 now. That's hit hard to third. Guzman will get it to second. No time for the double play, but a good job to get that lead runner.
Yeah, so sacrifice situation. California trying to have a productive AB here and get Haley Mann that leadoff single into scoring position, but right at Guzman, who's played solid defense this entire week.
Seen Guzman in the circle occasionally as well. In fact, she warmed up today next to Lowder. Gracie G.P. Wilson up to bat now. Runner at first. 1 out. Runner is Berry down at first base. Showing bunt. That's a nice one. Lowder makes the play, but it advances the runner to second. So 2 outs, but Berry at second base in scoring position here.
Number 6, Emma Saley.
And Emma Saley stepping up now, the 11th batter in their 12-batter batting order. Also plays basketball in addition to softball. Berry trying to draw a throw from Turner. It's a Mookie Betts fan.
Oh, 2 is a count where, I mean, it's been pick and choose the struggles for Addie Lowder. I mean, there haven't been many struggles for her. She's been dominant this entire week. But when there has been small struggles, it has been in this count, 0-2. For some reason, I just feel like she's a little bit too much around the heart of the plate at times. It's almost like she's in such a strikeout mode where this is a count. A young pitcher, she needs to learn how to expand the zone a little bit more, go upstairs with that rise ball. She has great spin. I'd love to see it up around the hands.
Saley pops it up. And it is caught by Rylan Langley. Good communication out there. That was a dangerous spot. A world champion will be crowned today here in Kirkland. The best of the best have battled so far today as we head into the bottom of the third. No score so far. Both teams arrived at this championship game undefeated. This is North Carolina's road through. Look at all those runs they've scored this week.
The offense for North Carolina has been daunting for opposing pitchers here in the World Series. And Sam, you and I called that game against Canada. You see the 15-5 score. It was much closer than that, and North Carolina really had to come from behind and open it up. I feel like we talked about it during the game that was just going to be such a spark for them, and they have rolled since.
Yeah, that was a nervous win. Kylie Turner swings on the first pitch, but hits it right at Kate Broad for the quick out. Good defense in this game so far.
Number 8, Dania Monroe.
Dania Monroe up to bat now. Monroe, mostly a slapper, final batter in their continuous batting order. She's come up with some big hits this week, though. Big Serena Williams fan. Monroe can play all over the place defensively as well. Wendy wants to be a pilot. She loves to travel. Good pitch from Mann. Monroe lifts it into left field. Right at Riley Haynes, 2 down.
First time through the lineup, Haley Mann only giving up 2 hits. One of those hits is to this hitter here, Rylan Langley, but has danced around a couple of jams, had 2 runners on in the first, 2 runners on in the second. We'll see if she can get a 3 up, 3 down here, or if North Carolina can find a runner on base.
Seen so many runs scored this week with 2 outs. Langley had one of the, I guess, best brain teasers this week. She said a friend said, "What rhymes with orange?" And she answered, "No, it doesn't." Got to think about that. Foul back. What rhymes with orange? No, it doesn't.
You got me on that one the first time.
That's a good one.
Not the second
New
time.
audience. New audience.
That's right.
Two and one to Langley. Here in the bottom of the third of this Junior League World Series championship game. 3-1 now. This top of the North Carolina order has been so dangerous this week. That's it, right back up the middle. And Langley trying to start the rally for North Carolina. She's 2 for 2 today.
Just to get the top of this lineup a chance here with 2 outs, Rylan Langley going right back up the middle. She has been so elite this entire World Series. She's got some good speed at first base and passing the bat over to Tiziana Guzman, who is the World Series RBI leader.
Guzman hits that to third. What a play by Kenyon. That was a hot shot to the corner, and Kenyon made it look easy. And once again, California gets out of a little trouble.
There's some aggressive swings here early in this championship game. These hitters are looking to hit, but defense so far stepping up.
Scoreless as we head into the fourth inning. These two powerhouse undefeated teams haven't figured out how to score a run yet against outstanding pitching. As West fans watching their team go up against Addison Lowder. Lowder's thrown 39 pitches and 31 of them have been strikes so far. So the final batter in the West continuous batting order, Sam Wellington, walking up to the plate. Lowder taking a deep breath, getting locked in here.
Here in the top of the fourth inning, right fielder number 10, Sam Wellington.
Wellington, one of the taller players for this California team, right at 5'9". 14 years of age. Used to be an interior designer one day. Shows bunt. And that is about as good as you're going to get. What a bunt by Sam Wellington.
Well, the dugout for California is going absolutely crazy because what a time for your first hit of the World Series. Dropping a bunt, running down the line. Catching North Carolina, their defense. We've been talking about how good the defense has been so far in this championship. A little sneak attack. Wow.
And now the top of the order up. Kate Broad hits that hard to Guzman. The force is at second. Can they turn two? Not yet. just a little late. Good speed by Broad, beating that throw to first, but 1 out.
Just really aggressive first pitch, right back to Tiziana Guzman at third base. A little conversation here between North Carolina and our umpiring crew.
Yeah, Kyle Turner came out of the dugout. He's going to talk to our second base umpire, Christopher Wirt. Here's the overall play.
Well, I think North Carolina is making the argument that Wellington was in the way of the throw because you saw her standing up. She didn't slide. But she didn't go out of the base path, so she's standing in the base path. Just a quick check.
Yeah. 1 out. Riley Haynes up to bat now. Runner going. And in there. Nice slide by Broad.
Broad is just such a good athlete for California. She's so fun to watch on the bases. Great jump, good little hook slide, beats that throw. And she can score very easily with the ball anywhere in the outfield.
Both these teams been very aggressive base running. Haynes lays down the bunt. The runner goes to third. Quick throw to first. Just got her. But she does her job and moves Broad all the way over to third. So California representing the West region with a runner at third, 2 outs. And Bree Songer, one of the most dangerous hitters of the week, is up to bat.
Well, you can tell that both sides have so much respect for both of these teams, and they know it's going to be a tight game because we've now seen 2 sacrifice bunts with already 1 out on the board and a runner at second. Like, these teams know it may be 1 run, trying to get that runner over to third base.
Songer pops it up. Yeah, we'll get out of play. Songer with 10 hits this week. Got her 10th and her first at bat here today. 15-year-old.
This is where it gets dangerous for Addie Lauder. Bree Songer, Kylie Kenyon on deck.
Good pitch. Strike 2.
Going in tight. You can see where Songer is. She's pretty tight on the plate, that back foot right on the chalk. I love the emotion right there for Addie Lauder to get that big second strike.
1-2 count. Over to shortstop, Junker. Can't get the runner, and California's Broad scores. The first run of the game.
And this is why it's so important. You get that leadoff runner on, Sam Wellington at the bottom of the lineup doing her job, passing the bat, and then the sacrifice bunt to get Kate Broad all the way over to third base to set up this hit. An error on the throw from Junker at shortstop. California is loving it, and it is heartbreak for North Carolina because for Addie Lauder, that is as good as you can do it. A little jam shot. North Carolina should be out of this inning.
So Songer is on first. Kylie Kenyon, the batter. Still 2 outs. We've just seen our first run in this championship game. Kenyon turns on it to deep right. It hits the fence. California will score another run, maybe. Got her! What a throw from the outfield.
Man, this is just good softball. Kylie Kenyon, she has so much power at the plate. That ball was scorched off of the wall out in right center field, but the throw coming all the way in, and by an inch, Kylie Turner with the tag.
Well, the umpires throughout that break were mostly in a conference, and they broke up once. Everything seemed to be okay, and the California manager, Justin Haynes, asked for another conference, and now they are going to challenge this and review this play.
I'm looking for the tag. And remember, it has to be indisputable video evidence for the umpires to see something that would overturn what we are watching in slow-mo.
And the other interesting thing is she never touches the plate. So that's where the out was called if the tag was made. But watch, the runner she never touches the plate.
That's a great point. You see the hesitation, having to go around Kylie Turner. I think there is a little tag there. I think it's an inch, tip of her glove.
Well, that's the call on the field, so this would have to be very clear.
Well, and also I'm looking at the reaction from California, right? Brie Songers, you could just tell like she was defeated. It wasn't like, oh, she missed me, let me get into home plate. So I'm always kind of reading reactions, but obviously that's not what the umpires are looking at. They're looking at, is there enough video evidence to overturn this call? I do not think there is.
Justin Haynes, Chuck Mann, Courtney Brard over there waiting on this decision. You get 2 incorrect challenges for the 7-inning game. The only way you get another one if you're wrong is if we go to extra innings. California just scored their only run in that at bat. If this call stands, that would be the 3rd out, and North Carolina would be coming up. So they were challenging obstruction on the catcher, which the umpires found is not reviewable. So the call stands. I've had that happen a few times this week where a challenge will be brought to the review team that's asked to look at the call, and they will send back word that it's not reviewable. So still 1-0. In favor of California. They'll be in the field now. North Carolina coming up to bat. We're moving to the bottom of the 4th inning. And that was a big run. Runs have been hard to come by so far today.
Keep in mind that's an unearned run against Addie Lauder. It's an error on the throw. But the defense stepped right back up. That was a big-time relay.
Yeah, that was an unbelievable throw in from center field.
Stepping up to the plate.
And when you were watching that last play in real time, you thought for sure California was going to score that 2nd run.
Yes.
Good D by North Carolina. Now they have work to do at the plate. Addison Lauder will be the first batter for North Carolina. California up 1-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. Lauder shakes her head. Knew it was a strike. Good pitch.
Little off-speed pitch to start this at-bat.
Man wanted strike 2. Heard a lot of groans down the 3rd baseline too. That's where the West fans are. That's a strike. Man doing a good job to start this at bat, throwing Lauder off. Called strike 3. Excellent at bat for the pitcher, Haley Mann.
Just going right at the strike zone, not even messing around. And for Addie Lauder, this is too close to take.
Lindsay Murillo coming up to bat for North Carolina. She had a 2-run home run over the fence earlier in the week against Czechia. Home run would tie the game. Inside, Kogel tried to frame it.
Yeah, both of those pitches, those are close. Borderline strikes.
Jose Santiago behind the plate today. That is hit out into right field for the base hit. So Murillo trying to start the rally for North Carolina.
Well, North Carolina, they have had a base hit in every single inning. And so what can they do with those base hits? Credit to Haley Mann. She has been able to bounce back every single time she has given up that base hit. She has responded right away with an out.
Sawyer Buff, the next batter. Murillo is at first. 1 out. North Carolina stranded 2 in their first at bat, stranded 2 more in their second at bat. Again, this has been a team that has had no trouble scoring runs this week. Buff trying to lay down the bunt. Sawyer Buff, that's just a cool name. Buff hits it to second base. The play will be at second. Good job by Gracie Wilson to make that throw over to the shortstop. And that's the second out. Buff on the bases at first.
And there's Haley Mann responding after giving up the base hit, getting a easy right side ground ball, force out at second base, keeping that runner out of scoring position.
Knutson got a hit in her last at bat against Mann. Back up to bat now with 2 outs, runner on first. Takes a strike. Pulls that foul.
Oh, quick hands. Ball was up.
And Murillo was already to second base. Or Buff was, excuse me. Popped into shallow right, and it will drop. North Carolina thought about sending Buff home, but she holds it third. So another hit for Knutson.
She's having so much fun being over at first base. Like you're saying, second hit, so second time for her to be over there. And this ball just falls into no man's land. You could see how deep Wellington in right field was playing. Songer out in center, so they are having to run a long ways. I think if they're playing normal depth, they may have a play at that. But sometimes you just got to find the grass.
Gonna have a visit to the circle now. It's Haley's dad, Chuck, coming out. Again, their other ace is Kenyon. Looks like they're handing her the ball. So we will have the change in the circle for the West. So Kylie Kenyon, who has been excellent in the circle this week, will be your starting pitcher when we come back to Kirkland. Kylie Kenyon, the player that we highlighted in the Open for the West. Excellent two-way player. She's in the circle now, Kenzie.
Yeah, we talked about how we thought we may see Kylie at some point because it has been a 1-2 punch with her and Haley Mann. Mann getting the start, California going to Kenyon, and it has been tough going. You saw the numbers, the 18 strikeouts, 18 innings pitched, an ERA of 1 or just under 1. So runs just have been few and far between. She has been holding offenses this entire week.
Way ahead in this count to the first batter she's facing, Ava the Vacuum Steffman. 0-2 to Steffman. North Carolina has the runner on first. Knutson with 2 outs. West up 1-0. That's hit sharp to shortstop, and the runner from third comes over to score. So North Carolina ties the game as Sawyer Buff gets in from third base, and it is 1-1 with runners on first and second.
Just an infield single here. Steffman taking Brard to her right, so far away for her to go. And this was a little bit awkward at second base. Sawyer Buff, she needs to be sliding on this. You're going to be slower when you're going into the base when you do not slide. And you could see the conversation, California and the coaching staff. I was watching them in the dugout really quickly, and they were talking about it. Are we going to challenge this?
Well, this would be no more challenges for California if they lose this challenge. Unless the first one was an umpire challenge. Okay, so the first one was the umpires initiated it. So this is purely a California challenge. Umpires have the ability to review things when they want.
It's close. We wouldn't be talking about this at all if Buff just slid. Ooh. That might be the look right there. We'll see if we can slow it down even further, but this is a lot closer than I thought live.
What would happen to the run?
It would be off the board. It would be out number 3. No run scored.
I was watching that runner coming home, Sawyer Buff, while this play was taking
Oh, and does her
place.
foot come off the base because she's trying to hold on. She doesn't slide. She doesn't have her footing. She's unbalanced. And Wilson, she stays on the base. And so if the foot for Buff comes off right here and Wilson is on the base, she's out. I think she's out. Wow.
Yeah, it's all about where the feet are.
Yep. And just because Wilson stays on the base and Buff is dancing around, trying to find her footing, trying to find her balance, she comes up. Her foot is off the base right there.
But did the left foot
No,
get down?
I don't think it does. Because you see her foot try to go back to the base. Oh, this is close. I do think she's out. I think there's right there. There's an inch of space. And then right there. It's almost she's out twice. There's 2 holes. First time she's off, and then she loses her balance, and she's off again. I think this should be overturned.
Critical call here.
Yeah, and just what a learning moment, right? All she had to do was slide.
North Carolina, if the call stands, has tied the game. It's overturned. Run comes off the scoreboard, and it's the 3rd out.
$50-50 raffle so far has collected over $800. That means over $400 to the winner.
Big moment here in this championship game. Game will either be tied or California will maintain its lead. Knutson, the runner at second base, still on the base. Call will stand. So everything will stay as called. California will lose a challenge. North Carolina has tied the score now and has runners on first and second with 2 outs. And Everly Junker will come up to bat to try to drive in the leading run.
Into batter's box, shortstop number 7, Everly Junker.
Ball got away from the catcher, and the runners advance. So now runners at second and third with Junker up to bat. Knutson, the runner at third. Steffman, the runner at second. Junker is the batter. Both teams scoring a run here in the fourth. They're only scoring so far. Outside. 3-1 the count. Walk would load the bases. Base hit scores a run. That is turned foul ball down the third base line.
Well, you have to credit North Carolina in this inning. They've been able to string a couple of hits together finally. They've had at least a hit an inning, but have left a couple of runners on base.
Junker, very analytical mind, must be a mechanical engineer. And that is a called third strike. Junker thought she had gotten the walk. So North Carolina again strands 2. However, they scored a run that inning. So both teams score in the fourth, and we're tied at 1 heading to the 5th. Well, 1-1 in this World Championship game. The team from Texas out there with Jim the Broccoli guy having some fun in the outfield. A lot of the teams have retreated back there into the shade. Some of the Central family members there. All 10 teams still here watching this game, and it's been a good one.
This is kind of what I expected. Offenses have been very evenly matched, with Addie Lauder, the absolute ace for North Carolina, and Haley Mann, Kylie Kenyon now in the circle for California. They have been pitching well this entire week.
Olivia Rowland coming up to bat for the West. Rowland Had a big hit in her first at bat. Looking to try to start something here for the West. Swings on the first pitch. And that will just get out of play into the stands. Nice catch by the West fan. Lowder has gone the distance so far for North Carolina. California is on their second pitcher. It's a chopper to Guzman, plays it well. Nice. She read that.
Little thumbs up, I got you. Give me another one.
Val Shaw, the lefty, up to bat now against Lowder. Shaw, big Oregon Ducks fan, squares around the bunt, pulls it back. Fired up in the West dugout.
That was fun to chat with them a little bit pregame. You could tell that they love each other. They were playing all sorts of games in the dugout, pre-warm-ups, and you can just tell the team chemistry for both of these squads. They have been with each other, have been traveling around the country the last couple of weeks. Like, these teams are so well bonded.
It's really neat to see all the relationships that are formed from the teams in between each other. The different teams make friends for life from places that you've never been to before. That bunt laid down, that ball just died. A textbook bunt by Val Shaw. Are you kidding me?
Could not do it any better. Val Shaw, look how soft this is. She sees it so deep, and just let your speed take care of the rest.
So Shaw is on first, one out. A little meeting in the circle here at Kylie Turner, the catcher, doing most of the talking with her back to us, number 13.
Oh, I like this little player-led meeting. That's the coach's kid, so I love the fact that you have coach's kid, catcher, all wrapped up in one. Let's go out and chat a little bit about where we're going to be on defense. What's the move? What are we calling? What are the pitches going to be? Where are we going to get that out?
Kogel up to bat. She squares around the bunt, pulls it back, gets by the catcher, and easily taking second is Shaw. So now a runner in scoring position with one out. Kogel pulls the bunt back, strike.
I think California, I think that might have been a missed sign. I think Val Shaw was supposed to be on the move there. Just kind of reading the body language from coaching staff. Keep an eye on it.
1-1 now. You can feel the tension building here. Foul back right on the metal pole in front of us. Better check the ball, maybe dented. Big pitch here for Lowder. 1-2. And fouled away down the right field line. Kogel fighting up at the plate. Count still 1-2. One out, runner on second. Runner going, that's hit into left field. Going back and making the catch at the wall is Langley. And the runner tags and makes it to third. Nice slide by Val Shaw. And that was inches from being a 2-run home run.
Oh man, she got all of that. Talked about how this California team, they are the home run hitting team here at the World Series. Nice play all the way out to the warning track for Langley, but that ball was hit very well.
Runner at third, 2 outs. Haley Mann up to bat. Will that get through? Yes, and another California run. Perfectly placed by Haley Mann to drive in the go-ahead run.
Just a really good piece right here, going opposite field. I thought that Steph Min may have a chance at this. She lays out, the ball just gets away from her a little bit. And how about Val Shaw, who set the table here? You can see her pumping up her teammate there. She started this inning with a bunt, and with her speed got all the way to third base to set up that RBI for Haley Mann.
Mann, the runner on first. Barry up to bat now. 2 outs. California has retaken the lead here in the top of the 5th. And Louder comes right back with some heat for a strike. Good cut from Barry, 0-2 though. Barry got on after a fielder's choice in her first at bat. Keeps the at bat alive.
Just so big for California to respond after North Carolina ties the game. In the bottom of the 4th, you come back, top of the 5th, you answer right back.
Louder trying to get this 3rd strike and get back up to bat. And got her. Called 3rd strike. The margins are thin in this championship game. And the West has retaken the lead 2-1 as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Haley Mann coming out of the dugout, back into the circle for the 2nd time for the West. She and Kenyon switch places. Kenyon moves back over to 3rd. There they are. The 2 aces. We've seen both of them in this game. Now back to the starting pitcher, Mann. Well, the North Carolina bats they've been active today. North Carolina has stranded 7 runners in this game so far. California just has done a good job locking down. But the last time the West scored a run, North Carolina answered it. Let's see if history repeats itself here in the bottom of the 5th. Kirby takes the first pitch for a ball. Inside to Kirby. Most of her hits have come to the left side of the field this week. Again, wants to one day be an animator. Love that favorite subject in school. That gets by the catcher for 3 balls. Man, just put into the game. Having to get loosened back up here in a live at bat. Four pitches puts Kirby on.
Well, there's something about Braylon Kirby. She just has the ability to find herself on base. She leads the World Series in on-base percentage, and she's down in that 9 spot. So just you draw that up perfectly as a coach. You need someone to consistently have a presence on the base paths, be a spark, and it has been Braylon Kirby for North Carolina.
Abby Black up to bat now, trying to move Kirby around. That gets away from the catcher, Kogel, and running down to second easily is Kirby. So the runner in scoring position already for North Carolina here with no outs. And still looking for her first strike since returning to the circle.
I'm curious if Black will stick with the sacrifice bunt now that Kirby's at second. She will.
Pulls it back, that's inside. And Kirby thought about going to third. Went back. Teammates trying to pump man up here. So back-to-back walks. And North Carolina now with runners at first and second. And another timeout and visit to the circle as Haley Mann has come out and walked first couple of batters she's faced. And they'll go back to Kenyon.
Yeah, that's just tough for Mann. She was throwing very well until North Carolina was putting the pressure on a little bit last inning, second time through. And so California making the switch, going back to Kylie. But to re-enter Mann in the circle, of course, they are consistently in the game, so you don't have to make any lineup substitutions. It's just a defensive switch, but 8 straight balls. And so quickly going back to ace number 2, Kylie Kenyon.
So runner at first and second for North Carolina. Batter will be Kylie Jet Turner as soon as Kenyon finishes her warm-up pitches. So again, the last time California got up 1-0. North Carolina answered it with a run in the bottom of the 4th. The West put another run up in the top of the 5th. And now we're in the bottom of the 5th. Mann going to the dugout after that. Emma Saley is actually going to move over and play third now for the West. So the first time we've seen Saley at third. There's a look at E. So Turner up to bat. Pressure situation here. Runner going to third. Not in time. Other runner advanced up to second as well. A good slide by Kirby. And Black actually came back to first. So runners at first and third now.
That was a gutsy go for North Carolina.
And now Black will run down to second. She was going to get there one way or the other. Runners at second and third, no outs.
Well, for North Carolina, they have just got to get to the top of the lineup here. Those are the big bats.
Inside strike.
I mean, Kylie Turner, she has had a big week down at the bottom. Bats in the 11 spot. She's had 8 RBI during this World Series.
Jumps out of the way of that pitch, so a full count now. Runners at second and third, no outs. Turner slices that down the right field line, laying out to try to make the catch was Wellington, but it's a foul ball, and the count stays full. Good hustle by Sam Wellington.
Yeah, but do you go for the catch? If she catches that, this game is tied. But also in the same breath, you need outs.
Count stays full, no outs. And that is a ball. So 3 straight walks given up by the West pitching staff, and the bases are loaded. So North Carolina will get to the top of the order. Dania Monroe had a nice fly ball out to left field when she was up for the first time today. She's their final batter in the continuous batting order. Queen Dania.
Well, if I'm North Carolina, I am just taking until California throws me a strike. 3 walks in this inning to load the bases. Or you can swing away.
Stick the first one. Bases loaded. California in the lead for the moment, 2-1. In the dirt, runner coming home. Scores. Kirby, the base runner, ties the score. And it is 2-2.
And North Carolina has been able to tie this ball game without a ball being hit. 3 free passes and a pass ball.
So we're tied at 2. North Carolina still has no outs. Runner at second and third. Count is 3-1 to Monroe. Three and 2.
It's a great at-bat here from the bottom of the lineup. A lot of foul balls, just keeping the pressure on Kenyon in the circle and keeping the pressure on the defense, the infielders for California.
Monroe, base hit to left field. Another run will score, and North Carolina leads for the first time today. Dania Monroe coming up with a clutch hit out into left field.
Well, the bottom of the lineup is doing all of this, getting on base and being clutch. Dania Monroe coming up so big, full count. We talked about all of those foul balls. She was sticking with it. Yeah, this bottom of the lineup for North Carolina has the top now set up so pretty with no outs.
Langley the batter, Monroe going down to second. They make the throw, but it's cut off by the shortstop Berard in case the runner on third wants to come home. That's Kylie Turner, the runner at third base. No outs. Chopper to second. One run scores, everybody safe. North Carolina up 4-2. Langley has gotten on base all 3 at bats today.
I like this timeout. California needs it. It's been self-inflicted wounds here.
North Carolina came into this inning down 2-1, and they're now up 4-2 with no outs. Bottom of the 5th inning in the 7-inning game. Guzman will be the batter. Guzman has a knack for making things happen. Langley, the runner at first. They've got a runner at third as well, Monroe. Langley runs down to second, so now runners at second and third. Good pitch. Up high, nice job by Kogel behind the plate. Guzman has been a star this week in the field and at the plate. Takes that off speed for a strike.
Yeah, I love to see that changeup from Kenyon. That's been her bread and butter this entire week. She's been one of the best pitchers in terms of slowing things down.
Now count is full again. Runners at second and third. No outs. And a foul ball.
See the deep breath.
Guzman waits on the pitch. It's hit to shortstop. Play is at first. That's all they can get. Another run scores. And North Carolina up 5-2 as Monroe comes home for the 5th run. But that was the first out of the inning. And Addison Louder up to bat now. Runner at third. Runner coming home. Throw to first, 2 outs, another run scores. 6-2 North Carolina.
It's just been kind of a unique inning all the way around, and it's the free passes. 3 in a row to start this inning, no outs. And North Carolina just, all they had to do was put the ball in play, and that's what they've done.
So Murillo up to bat now, trying to restart another rally here with 2 outs. North Carolina's put up 5 runs this inning here in the bottom of the 5th. Murillo has been on base both at bats so far, walking a single. Three and 0 the count to Murillo. And that is poked out into right field, but right at Sam Wellington. And so California will come to the plate, but wow, North Carolina woke up there in the bottom of the 5th.
5 runs coming across here for North Carolina, and there was only 1 hit, and it was this one, Dania Monroe, the very bottom of the lineup, delivering.
North Carolina up 6-2, heading into the top of the sixth. Little League and ESPN are proud members of the Aspen Institute's Project Play 63 by 30, which is focused on getting 63% of kids playing sports by 2030. Learn more about what Little League is doing to get kids on the field and all about the ESPN Take Back Sports Initiative. Visit littleleague.org/Project Play. Beautiful Kirkland, Washington, probably the best weather day of the week, and Addison Louder is doing a fantastic job in the circle for her team.
Well, this is where she needs to stay loose, and so you love to see the smile, just a little chat with Kylie Turner, her battery mate. But your team gives you a big inning like that, a 5 spot on the board. This is where, as a pitcher, she is the ace. You see the numbers, only the 1 earned run. It's time to lock in.
6-2, North Carolina leads. West up to bat. GP Wilson up to bat. GP goes after the first pitch. Junker coming in to make the play from shortstop. So a quick 1 out. Saley, the next batter. In the bottom of this West lineup, Saley trying to get on with the bunt. Only the second time through the batting order for the West. Saley, the 11th batter of the order. Strike 2.
Love the fist pump from Addie Louder on just the strike. Like, she is living on every pitch, as she should, right? Championship, your team has you up 4.
Saley pulls that just foul.
I'd love to see her expand the zone here. I've talked about that 0-2 count where a couple of times, and this week she's given up base hits on an 0-2 count. I would love to see her really elevate, use that rise ball, go way upstairs, get out of the strike zone. Well, maybe not that much.
She went out. That was out of the strike zone.
Yeah, you could. Between pitches there, she kind of tapped her chest saying, "My bad."
Watch to the back of the circle now. Louder gets ready to face Saley with count 1 and 2. 1 out. Saley getting out way in front of those 2 that she's fouled off. The West has 2 more at bats to try to catch North Carolina.
I want that pitch, but I want it on the inner half, because that is where Saley has been fouling off. So she's locked in on the inner half, and her eyes are big there. So I just want to elevate it a little bit more.
2 and 2. That is going to be foul as well.
I mean, how many times have we seen that exact foul ball on a pitch that's just kind of belt high inside? I want that pitch around the hands inside, because you have a hitter in swing mode.
8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Hits that out into left field. Langley calls everybody off, makes the catch. 2 outs. And Sam Wellington will be the next batter. Good job, Rye Dog.
You see Langley, she's got the flower clip in her hair on the visor. That's been a gift from Puerto Rico.
It's working.
Number 10, Sam Wellington.
Wellington trying to get something started here for the West with 2 outs. West led 2-1 heading into the bottom of the 5th and lost the lead. That's a hit by pitch, so Wellington is on. And we go back to the top of the order now for the West. Kate Brard, the leadoff batter, coming up.
Coming to the plate now for the West, the shortstop number 2, Kate Brard.
Brard takes a ball. North Carolina in front by 4 runs.
She swings hard, doesn't she?
Yeah. Big cuts by Brard. She and her family are hoping to get to every Major League Baseball stadium together. They'll see a Mariners game later tonight. Brard's also a volleyball player. Pulls that foul. So Louders again ahead in the count, 1-2.
This would be such a big out for Addie in the circle. Kate Brard, she's one of the best bats in this lineup for California, slugging 1,000 in this World Series.
Runner going, throw not in time. Nice slide in there by Brard. And the count's 2-2 to Brard. Slide by Wellington. Wellington, after getting hit by the pitch, had no trouble getting down to second. That is hit deep to right field and caught by Sawyer Buff. What a defensive stop. Buff making the catch and saving runs. The Canadian team out hanging on the left field fence as we're getting closer and closer to determining our world champion. There's a team from Czechia watching the action. They've been in center field chilling out the whole game. That's a good spot. You don't want to leave that spot under that big tree.
Yeah, that's prime real estate out there in our softball world. What a view, too.
Kylie Kenyon in the circle for the West. The Junior League Softball World Series now in the bottom of the 6th of the 7-inning game. West team trailing 6-2. Buff up to bat, trying to give North Carolina some insurance. And a strike thrown to Buff right away by Kenyon. Buff looking for her first hit today. Try to start the rally. Strike 2.
That's the pitch that has made Kylie so tough to barrel up this entire week, that changeup.
Didn't get the call on that one. 1-2. Strike 3. Good start for Kenyon.
That changeup setting up the hard stuff. Didn't get the call on this pitch prior to this one, but I love the fact that she just goes right back to it. She's like, let me give you another look. Here it is.
Knutsen's been one of the most dangerous hitters today for North Carolina. She's 2 for 2. Hits that out into left field, but hits it right to Riley Haynes. So Haynes making the play, and quickly 2 outs. West trying to make sure they get that final at bat. Steffman the batter. Steffman got a hit in her last at bat, takes a strike here. Two outs, bottom of the 6th. The West will have one more bat if they can get North Carolina out here.
Well, it'll be the top of the lineup. I mean, we just saw Kate Brard, the leadoff, finish out that 6th inning, but 2, 3, 4, that's as good a place as you can be.
North Carolina has a 4-run lead at the moment. So the season will come down to this next at-bat. The West needs to score 4, or the Southeast are the world champions. A big moment. We are in the top of the 7th inning. The home team, North Carolina, representing the Southeast region with a 4-run lead. So the West must tie to keep this World Series championship game alive. Addison Lowder has gone the distance for her team. Out of Mallard Creek Little League, just outside of Charlotte, North Carolina. They represent the Southeast region this year. And Riley Haynes stepping in for the West. Haynes goes after that, fouls it off, 1-1. Haynes looking for her first hit of the game. California led this game 2-1 going into the 5th inning. North Carolina scored 5 runs. That's a ball. She did not go.
That's close to being called for a strike.
Yeah.
Just unfortunate. Kylie Turner, she was set up on the other side of the plate. So just the optics of looking across the plate and kind of extending your arm.
So 3-1 to Haynes.
Like a little reset there from Turner and Louder.
Louder has not walked a batter today.
It's a strike.
First batter walked.
Ooh.
Louder thought she was going to get the strike called, but instead Haynes is standing on first. And California gets their leadoff bat on base.
You see the deep breath. I'd be taking a deep breath too. You have to flush that, bounce back.
There's the strike. Songer the batter. Again, every time she's come up today, we had to say it. One of the biggest bats of the World Series this week. Her team down by 4. Hits that through the hole on the left side. First 2 batters have gotten on for California. They've got runners at first and second with no outs. Facing a 4-run deficit.
Well, you knew California was in a great spot, sending up the 2, 3, 4 hitters. But the bad news for California is they're down 4. So even if Kylie Kenyon does what she has done this entire week, which is hit the balls all over the field, has 2 home runs, I mean, you're in a good spot for North Carolina, but this is the hitter that you want at the plate.
It's a big decision how you're going to pitch. Kenyon, this is what she did last time.
I mean, you have to go louder, right? Your team is up 4. If Kylie Kenyon does hit a home run, you're still in the driver's seat.
Kenyon with that double in her last plate appearance, and now Kyle Turner going out, the manager, to the circle to talk to his infield in this pressure-packed moment. Both managers with a chance to talk to their players. Little batting strategy over on the west sideline, pitching defense strategy for the southeast.
I'm not saying that you're just going to throw pitches down the middle of the plate, but I'm not doing an intentional walk, which we have seen a couple of times to Kylie Kenyon. I'm letting Addie work around the zone.
They may put her on. Let's see. So Coach Turner talking to our home plate umpire. Kenyon, nope, stepping into the batter's box. Let's see.
Oh, it is an intentional
They
walk.
are going to put her on. So Kenyon is intentionally walked. You don't have to actually throw the pitches. And so the bases are loaded now. A calculated decision by North Carolina to load the bases with no outs. They have a 4-run lead, and Rowland will be the batter. What do you think of that?
I don't like it. I understand that she has so much home run power, but this is one of the best pitchers in the World Series. And now you're putting the tying run at the plate. I mean, there's always a chance you could get Kenyon to fly out, which she did in her first at-bat.
Let's see if it pays off. Championship hanging in the balance. Rolling the batter, 0-1 the count, no outs, bases loaded. Hits that down the third baseline, and it just goes foul. So 0-2 to Rowland. Rowland started the game out with a double. California very aggressive on the bases. 1-2. Little low, 2-2.
Well, you know it's a tight zone. It has been a tight zone all day. And so if you have 2 strikes, you still have the ability, if you're a California hitter, to really be selective.
That is popped over toward the left field line and just gets out of play. So Roland will run back. Runners at first, second, and third. No outs. California is down by 4 in what could be their final at bat.
This is where if Addie Lauder had an off-speed pitch that she was comfortable with and confident with, she would throw it right now. We just haven't seen it this entire game. She might have taken a little something off of that one. You can see how far out in front Roland was on that foul ball. It was off the end of her bat.
8th pitch of this at bat coming. Roland doing a good job battling with the bases loaded. She's had 2 strikes on her for a while. That's inside. Nice stop by Turner. The count is full. The bases are loaded. That is hit out to right field, and it's foul. Rolling with her cheering section behind her.
It's so crazy, California. They are down 4, but you can just feel the pressure has changed. All of that pressure right now on Addie in the circle and on North Carolina defensively.
Pitch number 10 in this at bat. Count is full. That is hit out into left field. It is caught, and a good job getting the throw in so the runners can't tag. 1 out, bases remain loaded.
What a gutsy out by Addie Lauder. The bases are loaded. They've been walked intentionally, so 2 walks here in the 7th, and you've got to dig deep and find it out somewhere. North Carolina, they might have had an opportunity for a double play if that throw would have been online.
So Langley out in left field made the nice catch. Val Shaw up to bat, had a beautiful bunt in her last at bat. Slaps it up to Lauder. The throw will go home. They get the force. 2 outs. North Carolina is an out away from a world championship. Good D by Lauder.
Ooh, look at that. You see the deep breath. I love that. Giving some high fives to her teammates, just a little reset. This is a stressful 7th inning. I mean, this is as stressful as it gets as a pitcher. This is it.
Bases loaded, 2 outs. North Carolina 1 out away from winning the World Series. That is fair. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. And they will hold the runner at third. The West is not done yet. 6-4.
Josie Kogel, first hit of the game for her, and she just sneaks this thing down the line past Murillo at first base. And that intentional walk, Kylie Kenyon, remember she was put on base. She comes all the way around to score.
So the lead is 2. There's a conference over on the first baseline now. Manager Kyle Turner talking to 2 of the umpires. And it looks like we're going to have a challenge The play at first base is what our home plate umpire, Jose Santiago, motioned to.
Fair or foul? Getting another look here. You see chalk right there. That's fair. And you see chalk after. I mean, you could not throw it in a better spot.
So everybody will reset while they review this play. The score is 6-4 now.
Yeah, this shouldn't take very long. I understand the challenge, right? You have a ball down the line, and especially North Carolina, they're in the first base dugout, so their look at it is a little bit different, but fair and fair.
So the go-ahead run will be at the plate for California. Hey, guys.
It's like the most tense
Still
inning
loose.
of their lives, and they're just dancing
My
out there.
heart is pounding. They're having a great time.
They're loosening us up. This is good for us.
And they've got all
So
their
good.
friends here, too. Again, all the teams are here watching this championship game. And Guzman wraps her arms around Turner there on her right. So at least this challenge breaks the tension a little bit. This team from Texas. Behind them, the East from Pennsylvania.
They've got some florets.
Yeah.
Broccoli Jim has been breaking broccoli all week.
I never see anybody eating broccoli, though.
No, you cheer with it. It's pom-poms. I mean, they have been united since inning 1.
Yeah.
Texas and
Good sidekicks.
Broccoli Jim, who has been with us all week here at the Junior Little League World Series.
It's the place to be. Kirkland, Washington. In what could be the final inning. 7th inning. California has cut the deficit to 2. And we're waiting on a review over whether a ball was fair or foul. It was called fair, and if it is fair, then everything stays exactly as it was. So North Carolina will lose a challenge, but more importantly, the West still threatening. They trail by 2. Runners at first and third, 2 outs. North Carolina is an out away from the title. And the go-ahead run is at the plate for the West. That's a strike.
This is going to be a tough out for Addie Lauder. Haley Mann, she's 2 for 2 on the day with an RBI single and had a single in the 3rd.
Justin Haynes, the manager for the West, asking for a timeout to talk to the home plate umpire, Jose Santiago. And now they're going to have an umpire conference.
Curious what this could be about.
Yeah, Coach Haynes interrupting that at bat of Haley Mann to come out and have a word with the home plate umpire.
Do you think it's on the check swing? Like just seeing if somebody else had a different view. It's a strike. It was close, but she got to contact. All right. It's like nothing happened. Here we go.
0-1, 2 outs. Runners at first and third. North Carolina an out away from the World Series title. California needs to get at least 2 runs across to keep the game going. 1-1. Outside ball 2. Good discipline by Mann not to chase that pitch. 3-1. Again, Mann 2 for 2 today. A lot of respect from Lowder. That's popped up down the right field line, and chasing it, just could not make the play with Sawyer Buff.
Man, that would have been
Epic.
just incredible. What an effort.
So the count's still 3-2. North Carolina still an out away from winning the title. North Carolina is the world champion. The Southeast wins the Junior League Softball World Series.
What a performance from this North Carolina team this entire week. I mean, the party is on, but we've got to talk about what Addie Lowder did for this team, leading this team to the title. She pitched in every game, Sam. We were with her since Sunday. She had the most wins out of any pitcher here in this World Series. This is her 7th in as many days, and she went the distance. And, man, she had some stressful innings to get through, but she was able to grind it out. You see the emotion. She is absolutely their leader, whether it's in the circle or at the plate. It was going to be all on the shoulders of this young lady, and she delivers.
With a full count, gets the strikeout to win the World Championship for her team. Lowder's first year in Junior League, and what a debut it was for most of these players. And California, absolutely excellent softball this week from the West team.
Yeah, so much to be proud of from that California squad, especially after a season ago, coming back and getting all the way to the championship game. They were so much fun to watch. Offensively, Haley Mann and Kylie Kenyon in the circle. But North Carolina, undefeated, Sam.
Yeah, made it through the whole week without losing a game. A team that last year was heartbroken when they lost in the softball regionals in Warner Robins. And most of those players came back to play Junior League, and now they are world champions. Well, good job this week, Kenzie.
Yeah, that was fun.
Always fun. Absolute blast here in the Pacific Northwest. And it'll be a nice flight back to Charlotte for the Southeast. Kyle Turner and his team have survived the week and will leave as world champions. The Southeast wins it all in Kirkland. For our hardworking crew here, especially Kenzie Fowler, I'm Sam Gore, saying so long from Kirkland, Washington, where we have just crowned the world champion of the Junior League Softball World Series, and it is the Southeast Region team from North Carolina.